Yeah, thank you so much, my viewers. Welcome back again to this channel. Hope we are learning a lot. I'm going to be taking through the videos on the information literacy as I started before. Without wasting time, I want to take you through how you can acquire, you can acquire these information literacy skills more. So that is the sources of information literacy. Yeah, I'm going to take you through the slide as you follow. Save it in a presentation. So that one is the information sources. Information sources. So it's going to open. Okay. So this is our first slide talking about information sources. Before I move further, information sources simply means that the materials, records, or documents that provide data or knowledge about a particular subject. It also serves as a foundation for research, inquiry, and decision making. So information sources, the informal, it's just a record, or a document that can be used to give you knowledge about that specific thing or information you're looking for. So it can be kept in terms of documents or records, or just any material that can be able to store it. So we have the types of information sources. The information sources are divided into two categories, that are the primary sources and the secondary sources. So with the definition, I'm going to start with the primary sources, of which the primary sources, this is the direct or first-hand piece of evidence created at the time of event or directly by someone in the event. That one first-hand piece of information, it means it is not like it is mediated, it is done by at that specific time you want that information. Say maybe information about lab results, it is that instant results which is taken, first-hand piece of information created at the time of that event, at that specific time of event. That's when it's called the first-hand, that is primary source of information. So this primary source of information, they are categorized like their characteristics, how the qualities, how they are categorized. They have characteristics. First of all, one of them is the originality. Originality simply means it is say with when you check on the definition being the first-hand piece of information, it means it comes from the source direct, like it is done by that person, or the person witnesses instantly where the event is taking place, so it gets the original piece of the information. Then also another characteristic is raw data. It presents raw data. Raw data means when maybe say you're getting information, say maybe the lab results, you're doing some experiment, so you get the instant result. You get that one is the raw one, which is not yet being interpreted by anyone. It is not yet being interpreted by anyone. It is the first information you get from that very experiment, or that very point of the incident where something was taking place. It is the same information where you take it raw data without explaining or without interpreting. Then another characteristic is unmediated evidence. Unmediated evidence means it has not yet been interpreted, like there's no interpretation. You take it as you have seen or as the way you have gotten it. There's no requirement of interpreting or trying to broaden it. Then another one is time related. Time related in a way that it is done at that specific time, or it is gotten, the information is gotten at that specific time. Not again you wait after the event, then you again look for it. It is done at that specific time. All the information is gotten at that specific time. So those are the characteristics of primary source of information. When we go to secondary sources of information and its characteristics, we're going to start with the definition of which it's the one that interprets or analyzes or summarizes primary sources of information or events. So secondary sources of information, they are, say, maybe they're second-hand information. They're the interpretation of primary source of information. They are, first of all, like primary sources are the first hand, then the secondary sources are the second hand piece of information. They give explanation of primary sources of information. So when you look at the characteristics, they're interpretative, which they interpret the primary source of information, the information gotten from primary sources. They're able to interpret or analyze to make it to be understood. They are also evaluative. They'll be able to evaluate, or able to look through the primary sources critically before, you analyze, you analyze into broader perspective. That is secondary info sources, which is evaluative. You analyze or broaden it into wider perspective. And then it's also a summary, summary context. So it summarizes all the primary source of information, all this information on primary sources, like semi the lab information. It helps to broaden up, summarizes everything on primary source of information. Then it's contextual. Contextual in the sense that it widens the understanding in forms of written interviews, written books, documents. It widens the primary sources, trying to broaden it, trying to make it to be interpreted widely in context form. So this is the definition of all the types of sources of information and their characteristics. So please subscribe and like my videos for more videos on information literacy skills. Thank you so much.